Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome in. And I wasn't gonna go live, but I don't know. The excitement was just like, oh man, I'm so ready for tomorrow. And how many of you guys are going to be ready for tomorrow as well? Leave a comment at this point. And what are you looking most into? Are you looking most into the Pixel 7? Or are you looking more into the Pixel 7 Pro? Are you looking for the Pixel Watch? Do let me know in the comments. Love to read you guys' feedback on that. And yeah, so it's been very interesting. I just dropped another shorts on the channel, basically another unboxing possibly. And I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with it. So I figured, because Halloween is my favorite holiday in the year, I just thought, I'd just do something funny, altered my voice a little bit just to have a little bit of fun with that shorts. Yeah, so I had fun making it. And yeah, I figured I'd just jump on live and just get people's feedback on what they're expecting. Do they think that the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro is going to be a good launch? Do you think it's going to flop? You know what? No holds barred. So feel free to open up on how you feel. There's no wrong feeling being shared here. Okay, kumbaya. We are going to discuss this. So hey, what's up, Michael? How's it going? Welcome. Glad to have you here. So the craziest thing is that leading up until tomorrow morning, there has been a couple of unboxings for the phone, and I do read on social media, and I get people get frustrated because they're like, it takes the excitement away. But in this scenario with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, there's not really any excitement to be taken away seeing a leaked unboxing of the phone, only because we've seen what the phone looks like at Google I/O earlier this year in May. So Google just kind of beat everybody to the punch and was like, oh yeah, by the way, everybody, you get the Pixel 6a and all the goodness in that, but let's go ahead and just show you what the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro looks like. And I mean, a lot of things with the Google can't, the Google can't be, it's hard for them to contain it in privacy, right? The Pixel Watch was leaked, unveiled already. We've seen unboxings, we've seen Target employee decide to post a picture that the Pixel Watch is available at Target already. Not available for pickup, but it's in their inventory, it's in their stock, right? They have it in the back. Obviously they have to follow protocol as to when they can start putting the Pixel Watch on shelves. And yeah, so the leak stuff isn't really bothering me as someone who's a Pixel enthusiast, just because we've already seen what they look like. Okay, John Prosser was leaking the Pixel Watch a year ago. Over a year ago, he leaked what the watch would be like. I mean, he literally had someone make renders, therefore not kind of giving away who actually leaked the photos of the Pixel Watch. And then we've had some weird people at Google who literally left a Pixel Watch at a restaurant, whether it was intentional or it was by accident. I remember so many people were just kind of weighing in on that, oh, was it intentional? Did they intend to leave it so it kind of sparked some sort of media frenzy? Or did somebody who was actually beta testing the watch totally screw up and leave the watch behind? So we've had a lot fed to us this time around when it comes to Google. So the only thing that's tight-lipped on is the strength and the performance of the Tensor G2. Specifications for the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. I always tell people this. I know we have leaked documentation basically going over what the specifications would be, which a lot of people are saying is not far off from the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. However, to me, in my eyes, nothing is ironclad until they say it themselves tomorrow. It is all over social media news that Elon Musk has changed his mind. Elon's buying Twitter after all. That's great, but I'm not even really talking about that. I don't really care what Elon Musk does or what happens with Twitter. So anyways, the whole thing of certain people that's kind of going out there with the I'm upset with The leaks, you really can't be. Google leaked this stuff out themselves and had employees who were just literally like, oh my God, I fudged this and left the Pixel Watch at a restaurant. How sad is that? So, for me, just to kind of get it off, my excitement, yes, is for the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro to finally be unveiled. Alternate reality, what's up, man? Welcome. To see that unveiling and to really just kind of see, like, what else do they have to this, because like I said, the specs aren't ironclad until they say it themselves tomorrow. So even the documentations that we've seen, not putting too much into that until they say it themselves. There goes my 5-star security alarms. This is probably one of the things that's just like crazy when you have chihuahuas and they bark at their own shadow. Anyways, don't mind the barking. But yeah, they have to basically drop the specifications in order for it to be ironclad in my eyes. But I do have a feeling it's not going to be drastically different from the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. And at the same time too, the cameras, some of the things that people were talking about, the cameras themselves, them having not a macro lens, but I guess with software it can create like a macro dynamic. And that's something I think is going to be really interesting. So I'm really looking forward to them, one, talking about the new features and stuff that's packed in for photography and cinematography. Just because, I mean, that's one of the things that I do with my Pixel phones. Like, I record video with my Pixel phones. My Pixel phones are my tools that help me create content on various social media platforms. So I'm always interested in seeing what advancements and steps they took with their devices, because Google Pixels was supposed to be king of photography, right? And they were trying to catch up to iPhones, and I'm going to say it because I'm honest about things, but they're going to catch up to the iPhone when it came to videography. The thing is that in the years, and truth as it is, because regardless that I'm a Pixel fanboy, I will tell it like it is. Yeah, I felt like that Google really, really laxed in allowing Samsung and other competitors to catch up in the photography game. And so I'm looking for Google to bust out with something that's like extraordinary when it comes to photography this round with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. A reason I say that is because lucky number 7. 7 is a lucky number, and I feel like that, if they don't put enough into it, it could feel a little lackluster tomorrow. So that is a concern that I do have. But you know what? Like, I look at the glass as half full and half empty. So I'm just more of like, hey, you know what? Like, until tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday. Governor Ige from Hawaii's favorite day, Thursday. Whoa! Thank you so much, Alternate Reality. Thank you so much for the $20 is it super chat or super sticker? Can't really tell from Restream. Restream's really got to implement that in. Sneed, how's it going, sir? Yes, sir. Sneed in the building. And I'm going to be super excited too, because I know that Sneed will be unboxing the Pixel 7 Pro. And fingers crossed, the Pixel Watch. How insane is that going to be? So, like, everyone's going to be locked in on Sneed Mobile Tech for that. I don't even know. I don't even know if like Sneed's under embargo, so I'm not even gonna like push the button to say like, "Hey, dude, did you get your package in the mail?" Because I don't know if he's under embargo where he can't say anything, and you know what? Like, I respect that. So, even though like I got Team Pixel guys around, not gonna mention who loves to drop info that they have. So shouts out to them for keeping me in the loop, even though I'm not officially part of that Team Pixel. In a broad sense, I am part of Team Pixel, right? Like, anyone that's like a huge fan of Pixel phones obviously is going to be considered part of the team, right? So, Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro, like I said, cameras is one of the things that I'm hoping that they made strides in. I am really interested in what they've done with the Tensor G2 performance-wise. Did people start getting devices already? I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish. I know people got emails, and shouts out to Jose again. Like, Jose hit me on Instagram. He was just like, dude, check your email. And I'm like, I did. He's like, dude, check your spam mail. A lot of Team Pixel members, emails from Team Pixel went to their spam for some reason. So a lot of them didn't see it in order to reply because like I said, I don't know how the emails go, but I'm assuming that the emails is like, hey, it's that time of year again type, spiel that they're going to put in a little, letter. And then pretty much just basically say like, click this link to either update your address or confirm your address is still the same. So that way they can send out the package, the care package from Team Pixel to you, which should have, the Pixel 7 Pro. And I'm really believing that it's going to have the Pixel Watch. I mean, why wouldn't they put that in the hands of Team Pixel members? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking the watch and the phone. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm hoping the Nest Pro. I'm thinking that they should give that also as well, right? So it should be a nice size box with some little quirky things to it, and then have all these goodies inside. I'm holding out for the Pixel Mini. So like the Pixel Mini is not something that's a definite. And like I said, I've been kind of like scratching away at all of it and trying to see if, like what this mystery device is. If there is going to be a mystery device unveiled tomorrow, or if they're going to hold out to the beginning of next year. I'm not entirely sure. The thing is that, like I said, like, they could make what would be considered a mini size, which would be the size of the Pixel 5. They could do that. It could entirely be like a Pixel Flip. I don't really think that Google would go all out to make a Pixel Fold. And since we're touching base on that subject, the only reason that I feel like that is because getting the help from Samsung that they are getting, Samsung's main thing is the Pixel Fold, right? So like they pride themselves in foldable technology, and the Pixel Fold has been like their direct, like if you were to look at Samsung's flagships, you would say that the Pixel Fold would be their flagship device, and then like the Pixel Flip would be kind of like with the Pixel Ace. The Galaxy Flip. Why am I saying Pixel Fold? The Galaxy Fold. Well, I totally botched that one. I'm so stuck on Pixel that I'm thinking Pixel in my head. The Galaxy Fold is Samsung's flagship foldable device, and then the Galaxy Flip would be like their their A series, but it's not a mid-ranger. It's just like, the secondary foldable device. Samsung would in fact love for all their Galaxy Folds to sell more than their Flip devices do, right? I mean, you see the price tags on the Galaxy Fold versus the Galaxy Flip. So like I'm thinking like, because of the partnership that Google and Samsung has, I think like the very first step towards foldable technology for Google, if they were to invest in that, would actually be making a Pixel Flip. Fold is Samsung's cup of tea. I would rather have a Pixel 3 size more so. Yeah. And I honestly think, like a lot of people were saying, that Google should in fact kind of do what Apple does with their SE, right? And, I've always pointed out and saying that the Pixel A series would kind of be like what the SE is to Apple. Have you watched pixelated YouTube videos on a pixelated? You mean like is my videos that's streaming on my Pixel phone like pixelated, like all jacked up? Or why did Sneak go to members only mode? That requires a monthly payment. I already have all the bills I can afford. I can't really tell you why Sneak did that. That's his decision to do it. I'm thinking, what, like, I mean, he does what he does on YouTube, and there's going to be things that he's going to cater to his members. That is the point of having a membership. But that's something that I've totally failed on when it comes to this YouTube thing, right? Like I have members, open, but I haven't really focused on content specifically for members only. And so that's something that he's doing for them. And it is not to say that he's not going to cover the Pixel 7 Pro. I mean, Sneed's a good dude. He's going to cover it for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing like how he has what do you call it? What's that thing? What is that thing that's kind of like members only? Patreon. He has his Patreon, right? And there's things that go to Patreon that we don't ever see on YouTube. And in order for us to see it, we would have to subscribe monthly to his Patreon in order to see that. That's benefits of getting additional stuff, right? his work and stuff like that, honestly, and I know this kind of probably sounds jacked up, but making videos, making content is not easy. And then finding the time to do that. And then at the end of the day, like I said, finding time to do that is a little bit different from a content creator who doesn't have a family and, just works their job, their 9-to-5 job, comes home and makes content. They have the ability to do it. But Sneed is a little bit different. He walks on the same road that I walk on, because it's not easy for us to just go and start making content or going live. You know what I mean? He's got a balance in his life. He's got what he does on YouTube for us, and then he has, his amazing daughter and, his lovely wife that he has to give attention to. We cannot always just look at Sneed and say, hey, you know what? Like, you're the 5G tech guy. You're a mobile tech enthusiast. Like, you need to be on here and give us everything that we want. Like, we also have to understand he has a life outside of this, and we need to be respectful of that. So, like I said, he calls the shots to his channel, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And I respect that. There's a lot of dynamics that goes along in that. And when you are creating content and you are making money, because I don't know if people remember this, I think it's been a little while since I've heard it on his live streams, but you guys also got to remember too, the money that he makes from his live streams and from making videos on YouTube, all that is going into an account for his daughter's future. Like, it's going towards her college fund. It's going towards things like that. So, he's going to have a very orientated business mindset when it comes to this. Just speaking of that, if I'm wrong, Sneed, let me know. Like, emoji a gun symbol if I'm slightly wrong on some things. But you know what? The thing about it is that he's still going to give us the pixel goodness. That's something that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it, as well as B-Tech reviews and several other people like Latrell, their coverage. Because the thing about them then, like the thing about them is that they all have a different perspective of what they're looking at when they look at, not just the Pixel phones, but any phone that they're reviewing. They have a different perspective, and their mind shoots for different things. And I look at that to see, like, hey, well, that's all facts. Awesome. So I listen to what they say as in regards to just kind of like piecing puzzles together. See, like one creator can't really have it all set. You know what I mean? There's a reason why, like, with my stuff, since I've ever started YouTube, I've never made it apparent to say, hey, you have to follow me only type of thing, because my perception of things and my perspectives are going to be way off from the next person. And somebody else is going to touch base with something that I didn't cover on my end, because again, there are things that I'm looking at specifically for what I'm looking into a smartphone and that I'm going to talk about, and someone else is going to touch base with something way different, or they may go more in depth into something that I've lightly touched base with. So at the end of the day, everyone brings something to the table. That's what this tech space is. It's a giant potluck, and everyone's got a delicious plate of like something brought to the table for everybody to eat. And that's the beautiful thing that I love about this, and why I still continue to do this. Like I said, I've been burnt out a couple of times. I felt depression on some of the most dumbest things that's happened on this platform from specific people, not to name any, but I'm just going to say it straight out. Like, I'm going to do this until y'all stop watching. The day you guys stop watching, the day that I can do a live stream and get 0 people in here watching, the day that I post a video and nobody watched it, that's the day I will hang it up and say it's done. It is done. Goodbye, type of thing. But I don't. And then, I have fan base on different platforms, right? And, I have almost 12,000 here. I have like 2,200 or something on Instagram. Slowly building on TikTok. I think at 235. And then on Twitter, I'm at 631. So there are people that enjoy what I bring in different platforms, and some of them even come to my YouTube channel. Like, I do, like, if you didn't know, I do use other platforms as to grab new eyes, and then YouTube is the anchor, and I bring them to YouTube. That is the method to my madness when it comes to that. So, okay, shifting back to Pixel stuff. I want to talk Pixel stuff. Yes. So, like I said, the Tensor G2 is something that I'm really going to be listening to real closely because I want to know like what strides Google took in the performance of it. And then one of the key things here is that if they used an updated, stronger modem compared to what's on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, right? They use an older modem on the 6 and 6 Pro, and even on, I believe, on the 6A as well. And there's a reason why that, it had issues regarding network connectivity, especially when you had software updates, throughout every month, right? The first Monday of every month, we always get a software update. Which is just basically a small security patch, bug fixes, and even feature enhancements and stuff like that, right? So nothing overly drastic, but I'm hoping that that's what they've done with the Tensor G2. The Tensor G2 needs to be better than what the G1 is, obviously. The G1, in my eyes, and some people can call poke fun out of being a Pixel fanboy, it's forgivable for me for what they did with the G1, only because it's Google's first step in even trying anything. Like, I like a company to shoot for perfection. That's something that I won't, give them a pass on, right? But, if they tried their darndest and it just didn't go the way that they wanted to, okay, fine. That's strike one, right? In baseball, that's strike one. Okay, if the G2 is way better, good. If it's slightly better but has a couple of hiccups, that's strike two right there. And then with the Pixel 8 and the Tensor G3, they better knock it out the field. Otherwise, it's a done deal. My phone devices are paid in full. I'm going to make do with my phone that is fully paid for while I work on paying down the debts. Yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of this thing, and that's one of the things I was going to address in this live stream. So thanks for actually bringing that up, Michael. But when it comes to these events and these phones coming out, at least for me, my coverage of them and me talking about them is not to say that you should be getting them. You know what I mean? In this stage of what I'm doing and what's about to happen tomorrow morning, it's really just me fanboying out, like geeking out beyond anything. And whether people make fun of me or not, or they laugh with me, or they enjoy the party with me, it's just because I am a huge Pixel fan. Like, I'm not bullshitting anybody. Like, I really, really, really like these phones. I really, really, really like what Google's trying to do with them. And I know people can make very, very, educated and intelligent, discussions based on it, talking about what it should be, how it should be, how does it compare to Samsung, how does it compare to the iPhone. I really don't give a shit about that. Like, I could care less. I can care less if somebody says I don't like Google because they do too much experience with their phones. Okay, but that's why you got Samsung and all the other ones you can go to. Like, I don't like funneling people into one thing. I embrace everybody's enjoyment of something different than what I like, because I like to see other people like what they like. But for me, Google and what they do, the types of things that they do, the things that they set out to do, and sometimes they're Googling this that they kind of throw in there just to kind of like test something out. I am okay with it. I am. It doesn't kill me that they do this. I said this with the Pixel 4 and the 4 XL when they put in Project Soli, which they're still developing on. If people have forgotten about that, it's not a done deal. Just because they didn't put it back into a Pixel phone doesn't mean that they're not still working on it. They are working on it, and they're going to continue to work on it until they get it just right. But for them to put something that I wouldn't even call beta, okay? Project Soli was not even beta. It was an alpha. It was still in its very early stages, and they put it into the Pixel 4 and 4 XL, and Motion Sense worked about a good 87% of the time. But, with the radars that was in there, with the face unlock, it worked good. Me too, Tito. Love the potential of the Pixel line. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is the potential of first of all, they're trying to make an intelligent phone for you to make life simpler for you, so you're less touching your phone, right? With all the things that they do with AI, making it understand you. And there's massive things with the Pixel phones that people really don't take advantage of. And I'm not saying that people aren't using their phones right, so don't take it in the wrong way. You use your phone how you want to use it. You know what I mean? But there are still some key things that, like I watch like different tech reviewers and they talk about the Google Pixel phones, Pixel 6, 1 year later, type of thing, right? None of them has ever tested out Duplex. And I'm just like, why not? The phone can do it. The phone can do it. It's there. Duplex is there. If you don't know what Duplex is, Google it. You'll be surprised as to what it can do. Pixel brings me the future features of Android to actual. Yeah, as long as the hardware is reliable. Let the Pixel be a software-defined experience based on device. Exactly. I can honestly tell you guys, I played around with Duplex twice because I really don't make reservations and stuff like that. But I think I just gave myself an idea of a video that I should do sometime here soon, and that's to basically show how Duplex works. It'd be kind of hard though, because I mean, I would have to go to a business and see if they're willing to record the conversation that they get, because that's what Duplex does. Duplex really, what it is and what it's supposed to do is, like I said, make life easier for you. So if you needed to book a haircut and you tell Google to book you a men's style haircut at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, then without you having to call the barbershop, Duplex, your Google Assistant, is to call. It will make that call on your behalf, and there'd be a automated voice that speaks on your behalf with human-like gestures. That is still fucking insane that it can do that. I mean, little things that make a conversation feel human. Yes, to those people who went out there and were like, oh my god, this is so scary, it's going to be the end of the world type of thing, Skynet, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. You live in fear that an AI machine literally held a conversation with a salon and had human mannerisms throughout that conversation, little grunts, little and those types of things, expressions you hear over an audible line. Yeah, that's crazy that Google can do it, but you know what? It made life simpler. You can do that, and so using Duplex to make that, that's crazy insane, and that is available in Google Pixel phones. You can do that. Hold for me, call screening, all that goodness, right? Like, nothing makes me more happier than knowing that a scammer is not going to bother me, because we get a lot of them, right? I have one of my SIM cards in my OnePlus Nord N10, and man, oh man, do I get a shit ton of freaking spam calls that I look at it. And the OnePlus Nord N10 is a solid phone. I like it. It's not a flagship phone, but I like it, and it's very smooth. It just doesn't have a lot of that features that Pixels have. Being able to block spam messages, give you a little notification warning when you see a text that comes in that says, hey, possible spam message or possible scam. Like, that makes me feel good that my phone could do that. That makes me feel good, because I know if that phone is doing it for me, then it's doing it for my dad. Because if you guys didn't know, my dad is low-key undercover Team Pixel. Okay? He really does, he likes technology, and he is using Google Pixel phones. Pixel phones I buy for him because I want him to be able to use all the smart features on it for the things that he does through his life. And I know that if it's blocking all that BS crap that is trying to steal money from me or hack into my social media, I know it's protecting my dad too. So he's not getting those bullshit text messages that says like, oh my god, you got an Amazon Prime membership card, click the link to redeem now. Like, he ain't falling for that shit because it ain't going to him. And I know this because my dad, when he needs to understand something about his phone, about Android, he calls me to have a conversation with me. Or like if like one of his coworkers or family members wants to know something about the Android phone, my dad takes pride in, for some reason, to call me, put me on speakerphone to show off that his son knows about this stuff. So yeah, my dad hardly calls me lately because Google really does take care of him on that. My dad, mom, and brothers love their Pixels. Awesome. Yeah, see, Pixel family. So it's like, I know that my dad's well protected with all this. I know that, that he's good. He's good. And anything else that he's got to ask me, he'll ask me. And it's usually things that has to do with like social platforms, right? Like, you get locked out of your Facebook. How do you get back into it? Those types of things. He calls me and asks me. Anything about his phone, he doesn't. He uses Google Assistant to map, to get his map going for, what he does. And, he enjoys what he does in retirement. My dad's in retirement, but he's still kind of like working a side gig that's more of just like for him to be active because he doesn't want to be sitting at home doing nothing. And so what he does, he requires Google Maps, and he uses it, and then he uses the assistant, and he loves just how Maps is integrated with the AI and what it does. He enjoys that. Google Pixels are intelligent phones, and so I'm expecting to hear good things about the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Switching off to the Pixel Watch, that's another thing, right? The satellite connectivity feature on the iPhone 14 devices bring new meaning to the term. You are not holding it right. Really? That's insane. It would be neat to see if Google would make Android phones that run on Chrome OS instead. Why would you want it to run on Chrome OS? And then actually, to be honest with you, if you really want something that's, running Chrome OS rather than Android itself, the closest thing that comes to Chrome OS would be Project Fuchsia. Project Fuchsia, or Fuchsia OS, that is a software being developed by Google still. They haven't killed the project. That is more like the user interface is more Google OS based. So it's cards and info rather than app icons and such. So you may want to look into that. Because if you have a Google Pixel phone or even a Nexus device, you should be able to load Project Fuchsia onto that device, or a tablet, or even a Chromebook. A Chromebook you can load Project Fuchsia on it and beta test it to a degree. There's not a lot of functionality in Fuchsia, so I'm going to forewarn you on that. But you can play around with it, at least enough to kind of see, launching the camera, what would that do? Open the browser, what would that do? But there's not a lot of functionality in it, like calendars and all this other stuff that we have on Android. And I'm pretty sure that there's custom ROMs that are, the user interface of those custom ROMs are designed to kind of, mimic Chrome OS. You might want to look into those options too as well. I would like to see Fi become more competitive on a single line. I would too. But again, you know what? In order for Fi to do that, Google would actually have to go into the telecom industry and build their own network. That's the only way I see that Fi would ever be competitive to that degree. Only because, you have Metro by T-Mobile. This is what I tell a lot of people who talk to me about Google Fi. Google Fi is awesome. It's amazing. I totally thumbs up it, right? If you're someone who travels internationally for Google Fi, then, with Google Fi, but if you travel with Google Fi, you're going to get the best benefits out of it. It is the cheapest international plan with full capabilities that you're going to find out there. But that's only for international traveling. When you're on the Simply Unlimited plan, which is $50 now, used to be, used to be 60, but it's $50 now. You have a limitation on the data side of things. So in order for the Simply Unlimited to be beneficial to anybody, is that you got to have home Wi-Fi. And you got to have Wi-Fi in most places that you go. Or if you're someone who just really just checks social media, emails, text messaging, online chat, and phone calls, then you know what, the 35 gig cap that they have, you would probably be able to make it through a month as long as you have home Wi-Fi. There's a key thing there, home Wi-Fi. If you're someone who plays online games, if you're streaming video constantly, every day, then it's not going to last you. You're going to hit that 35 gig mark and you're going to be dropped to 128 kilobits per second, which is good enough to load Twitter. It is not good enough to load YouTube or play a game on it. And so that defeats the purpose. And so that's Google's agreement with T-Mobile. Like T-Mobile and Google obviously had to sit at a table. They obviously had to negotiate. I'm not going to say that Google Fi was just a pushover and said, oh, we'll take whatever you give us type of thing. I'm sure they probably wanted to go the same route like Metro by T-Mobile has it, where it's like 35 gigs and then you're deprioed during moments of congestion. But T-Mobile's not going to let Google Fi get that because Google is a very recognized name. Could you imagine how much customers Google Fi would sap from Metro by T-Mobile and from other MVNOs that rely on T-Mobile's network if they offered you a $50 unlimited plan, 35 gig cap, deprioed during moments of congestion, and then uncapped when there's no congestion, you remain at full speed? Holy crap, Google Fi would steal it. Because the name itself, first of all, someone to be able to walk around and say, I have Google phone service is going to be one of the things that I hear so much about. I mean, Some of us would be like, oh my God, that's just crazy and stupid to say. But there are people who actually do that. They'll be like, I know a guy that I seen on the train coming home when I used to work at Carvana. I caught the train home. And, my commute home was about an hour and a half on the train. And I was coming home, and this guy was like, he was telling somebody else, he was talking about his phone service because how he had good service on the train. And he literally said that he has Google phone service. And he said that, my head popped up, and I was like, oh, you got fi. And he was talking about it. And so word of mouth, brand recognition name like Google would totally beat out Metro by T-Mobile. Like, as far as people looking in their direction and value. You got value with it. I mean, there's value with Metro by T-Mobile plans. You get the Amazon Prime, you get the Google One subscription, and on Google Fi's side, you get the Google One subscription. You get the, what do you call it? You get what's the thing called? VPN. You get a free VPN. All right, you get to kind of encrypt your data connection. You get the whole thing with like family protection. So like if you have multiple lines on Google Fi, you have the ability to govern and watch your kids' phone lines. And then of course you can go to use the phone in international usage, right? And not just leaving the country, but also calling to like 50 countries for free from the US. You have those benefits in there. And then Google Fi loves to kind of take care of their people. Well, let me take that back just a little bit, because in the earlier stages of Google Fi, they were like Christmas time, they were giving out gifts, right? Like one year I got a free photo album through Google Photos because Google Fi gave me that. The year after that, they gave me a Google Home Mini. Oh, activated the assistant. They gave me a GH Mini, and that was a gift. And then another year they decided they wanted to donate to different causes, and they allowed Google Fi members to pick and allocate how much money goes to this cause, how much goes to this cause, how much goes to that cause. So it was actually like our gift was being able to pick where to send help to an organization as a gift, right? So rather than receiving something that year, we gave something that year. I don't know if Google Fi is going to continue to do that this year or not, but I would think by their track record that they would still, come December, you would get hit with an email telling you, hey, you could do this. As a matter of fact, right now, Google Fi is giving the remainder of 2022 free to previous Google Fi customers to come back. All you got to do is port your number back in if you got that email. And even if you were someone who used Google Maps, and you've had Google Fi before, you should be seeing an email that says, hey, you know what, for your help with Google Maps, Google Fi is giving you for the rest of the 2022 year free. And you can choose whether you're on the Simply Unlimited or the Unlimited Plus. So, Blaze, what's up, man? What's going on? Chromebook OS is lightweight, boots up fast, does not use up all the RAM, ROM, internal memory, and other computer resources. I wouldn't say Android is super heavy. The biggest key thing about Android and why sometimes it could feel sluggish is just it's Linux based. That's why. I mean, the reasoning that Google is working on Project Fuchsia and their new Z kernel, I think is what it is. Their Z kernel is not Linux based at all. It's completely vamped by Google, and it's hella fast. Demoing Fuchsia is really fast, and so that's always been Android's biggest. If someone was to say that it was sluggish, that would be like the biggest reasonings. But if you look back from Android 4.1.2 to what we have today, Android is hella fast than what it was back then. And for an operating system that's still Linux based, that's pretty damn crazy. So it tells you and shows you just what Google can do with software. And that's why Google's software king. They can continue to use Linux as like their base foundation, then and be able to speed it up to where people aren't, seeing that old sluggish crap that we used to see back in the day, in the days of Froyo and Gingerbread. Then hell, man, they've done a hell of a good job. Android is not heavy, like way heavier than Chrome OS, and if you know how to kind of play around with your phone, you could in fact actually, if your phone's bootloader is unlocked, you could actually probably get like a custom ROM based off Android Go, which is a light version of Android. The reasoning, and this is one of the things that just made no sense to me. It made no sense to me that Google would use Android Go and throw it on devices that were like absolutely weak. Now I know that Android Go was originally designed for phones, that were being sold outside of the United States and rural places, where probably the best spec phone that you would get in that area might be like a phone that has 32 gigs of internal storage and like 1 gig of RAM, and even phones that run on 512 megabytes of RAM. Android Go is supposed to be smooth on it, but it also, hardware does play a sense in that too, right? Like I'm all about user experiences and software and everything, but hardware does play a sense into that too. Very, 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 very big difference if you have a processing chip that's very underpowered with Android Go on it versus something that was very powerful with Android Go on it. But Android Go is very light. And I honestly feel like that Google dropped the ball on that one, because that could have been insane. Me personally, if I worked for Google, people who have devices that they absolutely enjoyed using and that are outdated, I would have made it, where, okay, let's unlock the bootloader to these phones and let's install the latest version of Android by making Android Go available for those phones, right? Could you imagine an HTC Evo 3D running Android Go 12? You know what I mean? But of course, companies are not going to invest resources into keeping a device up to date. It's just not. It's just not. Like, tech today. Like, I know I'm crazy insane for keeping the devices that I have, right? Recently, Mr. Who's the Boss, and I will get into the Pixel Watch. I know we kind of went off track, but, Mr. Who's the Boss did a whole video talking about Samsung devices and how their batteries are swelling and all this other stuff is happening, right? And you know what? Like, to be honest with everybody, like, you really shouldn't be collecting technology, right? Like, I did post a tweet because I was actually chatted with, and the person was like, "Yo, did you see Mr. Who's the Boss video?" And I was like, "No." And they went in more in depth, and I'm like, "What are you going to do with your Pixel phones? Because I know you collect them." And I was like, you know what? Like, because we're on that subject, more than likely, the Pixel devices that I know I'm not going to use anymore, which is, come on, I still use a Pixel 2 XL, but eventually I'm going to have to put that phone down. But I will open it, I will take the battery out of it and reseal it. And so if I put it in one of those boxed frames you can hang up on the wall that you have a phone in there displaying with a bunch of other phones in there displaying, then that's what's going to happen to it. But one thing's for sure, the battery is coming out of those. That way I don't have to worry about it, having the same issue, because Samsungs are not the only devices that do that. They are the ones that are most reported and talked about, probably have more cases than, LG's had or that Google's had with a swelling old battery. But it doesn't mean that like other phones don't do that. iPhones will do it, Pixels will do it, LG devices will do it, Motorola devices will do it. That's just is that is just the characteristics in the lifespan of a lithium-ion battery. That's just how it is. Let me get back to these comments here. If you want a laptop form factor phone, get a Chromebook to run heavy apps real time. Oh, okay, got it. Does the Samsung Mail app still have the email sorting features that allow emails to be sorted A through Z by sender or subject? I'm not sure. I don't. Someone with a Samsung answer. My Pixels haven't swelled up. I still use the Pixel 1 here and there. Yeah, I mean, I still use my Pixel 2 XL. My dad has my Pixel XL. I gave it to my dad to hold on to it because it's like the original box and everything. And I didn't want to lose it. Santiago Hernandez with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. My dad's got my Pixel XL, and I have my regular Pixel 1. My regular Pixel 1 needs to be fixed. So I just need to find another one and buy it. I'm pretty sure I can probably find another one out there floating around for like $40. It'd be fucking awesome if I found like the original Pixel in blue. that like deep impact blue color was just fucking insane. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it was hell of insane. I would love to find that, but I would be happy with anyone as long as it's in good condition. My Pixel 1 suffered the dreaded hairline fracture on the PCB board inside of it, so the microphone doesn't work. And at times the audio cuts out. So if I was to throw a SIM in my Pixel 1, mind you, the battery is shot on it too. So if I was to even try to resurrect my Pixel 1, I would really have to go get a battery replacement in there. But as far as like using it, I could probably throw a data only SIM card in there and just use it for data. But you wouldn't be able to make phone calls or anything with that because the microphone doesn't work. It is so sad too. And I was so pissed off at You Break I Fix because I went in there twice trying to get it fixed when I got it. I went in there twice and said, hey, could you guys, what is it going to cost? Or what's it going to be to fix the microphone on this thing? And they all said the same thing. Oh, you're going to need a full motherboard replacement. It's going to cost you about $360 for the 128 gig one, $340 for the 32 gig one. And mine is the 128 gig. And I was like, damn. And then I find out from Google, because of that class action lawsuit, that they were telling You Break I Fix to fix these phones for free. And I went back when I found out. I'm like, hey, you guys are supposed to be fixing these for free. And they were like, yeah, we just got notified from Google that was it. You had to bring it in a week ago. I was a week late to this. And I was just heartbroken as hell. Because I could have had my Pixel fixed. And it would have been flawlessly working. Nope. Just ask Carlos. Some phone batteries will cause the phone to explode into flames. Oh no, trust me. Yeah, I know about the components of hardware, and I know what they can do. I know they can actually hurt you really bad, even kill you. You have to be careful on how you handle your phones. Feel sorry for my kiddos I don't feel sorry for them because tomorrow I'm not streaming in the room. I'm actually going outside and streaming outside so I can scream and shout and yell. Hopefully no one calls the cops on me thinking that something bad's happening, because I am going to fanboy out tomorrow for freaking sure. Pixel Watch. Okay, let's get into the Pixel Watch. And what do you guys think of the Pixel Watch, or what expectations do you have for it, and what do you guesstimate it's going to be? I know people are talking on Twitter about the price. $399 for the LTE model, $349 for the Wi-Fi only model, or I would say the Bluetooth only. I would be shocked as hell if it's $399 for the LTE model and $299 for the Bluetooth Wi-Fi only model. And like I said before, the one I'm going to get is going to be the non-LTE version. I'm not Dick Tracy. I don't need my watch to make phone calls for me like that. I carry my phone in my pocket all the time. It is an extension of the human body. Can't get past it. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go for the Wi-Fi Bluetooth only model. And I'm going to get the all black one because I believe you should be able to switch out the watch bands. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy different watch bands for the Pixel Watch. So that is the first thing I'm going after. So if you guys want to know in the order of how I'm going to get these things, first go after the Pixel Watch. I want that first. I will probably then get the Pixel 6a in the chalk color. I'm seeing people selling theirs for like $200. So I'm waiting for that one person to hit it at 175. Boom, I'm going to go get it. After I get the Pixel 6a, then probably January or February 2023, I will get the Pixel 7. I'm going for the 7, not the 7 Pro. After I get the Pixel 7, I'm saying maybe end of February, beginning of March, that's where I'll get the Pixel tablet. So that is the route I'm taking to buying these products. And that's just the way I'm gonna go about it. Like, I don't have the Pixel 6a. I'm gonna grab that. Sometime in between all that, I'll pick up a Pixel 4a 5G. I collect these things. I'm sorry, that's what I do. But and I'll have that in there. Eventually, getting the Pixel 3 XL and getting the Pixel 4 XL, and then I will have all of them. Every Pixel. Oh no. Because there's the Pixel 6 Pro. I don't have that one. I'm probably not going to get that one until it really drops down in price. And same for the Pixel 7 Pro. The Pixel 6 Pro, I'm guesstimating that I'll probably pick one up in the next 2 years. When that phone hits like $200 or less, and then I'll probably get it. And that's just to have it and nothing else. Maybe use it off and on, as I silly do. I silly swap SIMs between all these devices. And so, yeah. But yeah, Pixel Watch. I am honestly just I'm ready. I'm ready to see that what we've been hearing about for like 3 years. I'm ready to finally see it, not just from like leaked photos, but like see it presented to us tomorrow during the live stream, and at the same time too, know what it can do. Okay, and I don't expect it to give me everything that people will say an Apple Watch Series 7 or whatever number they're at right now. I don't expect it to give me everything that it has. Okay, this is Google's first crack at a wearable technology as a watch, right? Because we never had a Nexus watch. Oh my God, how insane would that be if we had a Nexus watch? And you know what? I would have been totally cool if Google revived the Nexus name and just called that the Nexus Watch. Why not? I don't know. Wishful thinking. Let's hope Pixels keep the SIM slot. I don't think they removed the SIM slot on the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro, but I can't tell you anything about the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. Everyone tends to follow the leader, and it's a possibility. And it could be something that has, that is happening in our country with our telecom industry. They probably, I've heard some pretty good reasons why we should move away from physical SIM cards, and I've heard some pretty dumb reasons why. I think the one that resonates with me, if we were to completely go eSIM, and I would be okay with it, is that it's less industrial waste to have to create these SIM cards, and these SIM cards go in the wasteland. Like, people throw SIM cards away, literally do. They throw SIM cards away. And just imagine if everybody in the world took out their SIM card and they all put it in the same landfill. Do you realize how much SIM cards you would see in that landfill? So if we can cut down the waste of material, then yeah, I'm all for it. But there's always some hidden agenda behind it when it comes to these companies and why they do that, right? With the Pixel 14s here in the US, one of the reasons why is because they just don't want people jumping ship, right? Just imagine all the people that bought the Pixel 14 or 14 Pros, and then they watch tomorrow's event and they get like super hyped on the Pixel 7 or 7 Pro. The chances of them wanting to switch is going to be very minor, just because some don't want to go through the hassle of having to contact their provider and say, hey, I have an iPhone 14 and I know it's activated on your eSIM thingamajiggy, and with the eSIM thingamajiggy, how do I switch it if I buy a Pixel 7? So that was a very Apple-y way for Apple to keep people on the Apple ecosystem, right? But I say that Google may follow this the same way, because Google, it's all coming together, right? That's the slogan for tomorrow. It's all coming together. So Google's going to have an ecosystem with the Pixels. There's going to be the Pixel ecosystem, or the Pixel whatever. It could be the Pixel Armada. I don't know what they're going to call it, but they're going to have it. And I know that Google is out to make money. They're not going to want people to stray away. And so even Google, okay, now hear me out again, Pixel fanboy here speaking and saying, even Google would go to lengths to keep people on that ecosystem. I wouldn't put it past them. What up, Big Tech Reviews? You made it in for a live stream. And yeah, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so I'm still live. So for me, where I'm at, it's supposed to be at 7 a.m. So it says in the East Coast time, it's going to be 10 a.m. And so when I Googled it to find out, it said 7 a.m. my time here. So I'm going live at 6:45 a.m. my time here. I don't know if you guys went back an hour on your time yet. No, you guys don't go back until November, I believe. So you should still be 2 hours ahead of me. So it'd be like 8:40. It'd be like 9 a.m. your time over there. That doesn't sound right. If it's 10 a.m. over there, and I think I'm on the same time as California, because right now it's 7:26 p.m. my time. I wonder what time it is in New York. Let me look it up. I'm never good with time zones. And so it currently right now, No, not the New York Times. It's so silly. Let's do that. What time is it in New York? Got it. Yeah. Yep. Side hustle Mike. Yeah, 10:26. So yeah, okay, so they are 3 hours ahead. All right, so it would be, if you're 2 hours ahead of me, it would be 9 a.m. your time. Yeah, so it'll be 7 a.m. my time. So I'm going live at 6:45 a.m. my time / California time. I think in November, that's where Arizona and New Mexico will line up in their time. Trying to get more exposure. Gotcha. Yeah. And you know what? When you get your care package and you start doing your videos, man, yeah, definitely for sure you're gonna start getting them. Just put your tags in. Don't forget, you can whore out your tag section when you're uploading your video. Put everything you need to put in as regard to the Google Pixel, Google Vent, and all that stuff, right? Your unboxing and such. Just kidding. I switched phones and this was the account login. Oh, no worries, dude. I know. You can't say anything. I figured that. I figured a lot of, and that's how it goes, right? But I'm not gonna have you say anything else because I don't want to jeopardize that. Like I said before, like, do I really want to be in Team Pixel? Yeah, I do. For different reasons, okay? For different reasons. But I will never jeopardize anybody to lose their spot. No way. Because it's a hard thing to get in there. There are a lot of people that I feel like that deserve to be in there, right? I think it's I'm sorry if I butcher his name, but I think it's Dalvin Digital. We can go to Twitter and look at his thing so I can say it right. Then there's a Team VRY. I feel like should be in there. Delvin Digital, if I said it right. But he should be in Team Pixel, honestly. Like, just has so much coverage of like what the Pixel phones can do on the photography side of things. Team VRY is in the same boat as me. He's another Pixel enthusiast like me who just really likes these phones, and I figured he would have a hopefully, because we'll find out if he pops on in the next week or two that he has Team Pixel and has the phone to unbox. Oh my god, I'll be so happy. Because I think he works for Fandroid as a writer. Shouts out to him, and I know just by linking up with a major publication like that, as far in the tech space, can give you some footing to get recognized. So hopefully, Technoid was awesome to do that video. He was, and I know it was from the heart. And you know what? Like, I know that maybe some people are irritated because of the things that he said and referencing. You know what? And like, that's that man's opinion. You know what I mean? I respect what he did. I really did. And he may have ruffled some feathers when he said that there were people in Team Pixel that didn't deserve to be in it, and that man's entitled to it. He works his ass off to be able to say what he wants to say, and even then, if he didn't work his ass off, it's still his right to say what he wants to say. But I mean, some people may be ruffled by that. It is what it is, and if they take it out on me, they take it out on me. I really don't give a shit. I didn't tell that man to do anything. That's one thing I will make sure it's said right now. Y'all heard it from me right now. I had nothing to do with what Technoid said. That man did it on his own. And I respect him and I appreciate it. I appreciate someone going up to bat like that for me. Like, I'm a fucking nobody. I'm nobody special on YouTube. I'm not anybody that's got like, millions of followers and shit like that. So for him to go and say that because, he knows how, he sees the passion that I put into coverage of the Google Pixel phones, that he feels like Google screwed me and he's upset about it. I mean, he's upset about it. And he can say what he wants about it. And I will respect that. And I will always be appreciative and humbled to that. And to everybody else. I mean, you did a live stream talking about it. Like, you didn't have to do that on your channel. You know what I mean? You didn't. I know I'm somebody. What I'm trying to say is like I wouldn't be like the person that a company would look for as a PR person. You know what I mean? So like I don't look at myself in the sense that I'm better than everybody, or like because I like Google Pixel phones that I am the only Pixel fan out there. I don't look at it like that. You know? Do I feel like that I should have been invited in there? I'll be honest with everyone. Yeah, I should have been. Because there are things, I mean, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe they just don't like the way, or they just know what I'm going to do. Like, if they invited me into Team Pixel, they probably know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to bug the hell out of them. Like, I'm not going to try to get all inside information and give it out to everybody. Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sabotage Google in that way. But for me to know what's coming down the road, because I have a way of, and you know, I've always been able to do this, but I have a way of bringing the excitement without having to give away the pie. You know what I mean? Like I can give everybody a smell, a scent, right? The scent will just kind of let you figure what's about to happen with these Pixel phones, right? It doesn't really tell you what the flavor is, right? Until that day comes, and then I can finally tell you guys what the flavor of that pie was. So basically, I would never sabotage Google in that way and fuck them over like that. No way. But for me to know, for me to get a better grip, because I can stand here and say that I see Google's vision on things, but that vision is not a clear vision, right? The only way I'm going to get a clear vision is being in constant communication with them, those who develop the Pixel phones, right? Like, I know from certain people, not going to name names, but Team Pixel people get pulled into an event with those who build and develop the phone, and they're given insight as to the reasonings why they went with this chip, the reasonings why they went with this camera sensor, the reasonings why they went with this battery size, the reasonings why they designed it to look this way. They get more of the inside, and that's what I want. That's the true fucking thing that I want out of Team Pixel, is to be a part, to hear and to see, and even give some feedback that I can give to them to help. Whether they take my feedback and they run with it and they pivot and fix things, or they just totally brush me off, but at least I'm in there to say that I'm speaking and saying. That is the real fucking reason why I want to be in Team Pixel. I can care if they fucking said to me, hey, you're in Team Pixel, welcome to the family, but we're not giving you the phone. I am okay with that. I'll go buy the phone out of pocket for me to fuck around with it and make videos for everybody to kind of give them my insight and my perspectives on things. But I'm not trying to join Team Pixel because I want a free fucking phone and a free fucking device. No way. That's not how it is. Like, literally, not how it is. And to make that clear again, I'm gonna say it. I am not trying to get into Team Pixel because I want a free fucking phone. Simple as that. I want to be in it so I can contribute to it. That is the whole point. So yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't know. I don't know how you consider Technoid's his videos on Twitter if it was a violation of anything. I don't know. I just know that man speaks his mind clear as day. And even if it kind of like dabbled against policies, sometimes policies are made to be broken. Sometimes the finger is supposed to be given to policy, because sometimes policies are put in place by dumb fucking people. Simple as that. So yeah, I laid out my reasonings on that. I laid out my reasonings on the Team Pixel thing. I know people are tired of fucking hearing it too, so that's why I'm not trying to push so hard on it that much. Like, yeah, do I post on Twitter? Of course, I want to fucking stand out. I want them to actually see me. But I'm not going to try and push that fucking hard where I'm just going to be annoying everybody on Twitter, and then, you know, people just stop reading my tweets. You know, I didn't make it this year. There's always next year. There's always the year after and the year after. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not going to have that long of a life. I'm not going to get into the reasonings of that, but I am going to live long enough to at least probably one fucking day get invited then be like, I'm in like Flynn. And then I'm in. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Like, Google Pixel phones are very helpful in so many ways, and maybe I'm just not making my content enough to show people what it can do. And I'm always thinking about ways that I can do that. And like, I know I'm not trying to make my shit look studio. I feel like that shit is fucking fake as hell. Okay, so if I offend anybody out there on how they make their videos, sorry, but this is just for me. This is like, I look at videos from the past and I'm like, I remember the fucking days where you would just whip out whatever phone you had and record a video. Like, I'm unboxing this. Like, I'm gonna put it to you like this. The other day, it was 2 nights ago, I went to sleep late. I went to sleep late because I found joy. I went to B Tech Reviews videos, and I'm not blowing smoke up his ass because he's in here in the chat chatting. Like, no. I went to his videos, his old videos, like Virgin Mobile unboxing. I wouldn't even call them unboxings because they were wrapped in that godforsaken hard plastic thing that you had to try to rip open with scissors and eventually cut yourself doing it. They didn't have cardboard boxings back then. They had that plastic anti-theft, you ain't stealing this phone packaging. And I watched his videos from way back in the day, and I miss videos like that. Like, you know, if I'm gonna be real with everybody on things, and this is just me, this is my opinion, you don't have to agree with me. If you love the way that content creators are making videos today with all the lights in the background and all that other stuff, fake plant on the table, and, you know, 16 different camera angles, then fine. You love content creators that shoot unboxings like porn, great. But I am still on that where I like to feel that it's a genuine person, like someone exactly like me, opening that phone and then telling me what they think about it, and then doing a follow-up video on how the phone's been for them since they've been using it. That is what I'm more interested in. So I respect people who are just straight shooters, and is the reason why if my videos are lackluster, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna convert to making snuff films on freaking YouTube. I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna set the phone up in positions and get 16 different fucking angles of it. No way. You know, if my videos are just like point and shoot, it is. Maybe I'll fuck around with jump cuts. That's just to kind of spruce it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna go that far as to create this whole dynamic setup. I'm just not that dude. I just don't do that. I converted my videos over to short form content because people have a short, attention span, and letting them get 60 seconds of what I'm trying to say, to me, that's better. And it's actually my tool, because if I upload a YouTube Shorts and it gets 1,000 views, or even if it gets like 300 views, if you haven't seen this pattern, if a Shorts has gotten a good amount of views, I talk about it as a subject on a live stream later on that week. If it only got 41 views, I don't fuck with it on a live stream because not that much people are into it. And I know it's also, how the algorithm shifts your stuff around. I'm not going to sit around here and try to configure the algorithm because I'm going to waste fucking time trying to figure out that thing. My thing is that I'm going to try and beat the algorithm. I know it's a very hard thing to do as a content creator. I'm going against the river. I'm swimming upstream. I get it. I know that. But you know what? I'm willing to take that fight. Even if I get knocked down completely and I can't ever get back up again, I'm going to still try this way. I'm not going to go and try and solve a Rubik's Cube just to be able to get me where I want to go. Maybe later on this weekend, we can set something up on your channel or my channel. We can go out together. Tonight is a solo thing. Tomorrow morning's a solo thing. I'm also excited because in the Pixel Superfans, my RSVP to get in at the 5 p.m. I think it's a live stream that's hosted by Tech Me Out, and they're gonna go more in depth about the Made by Google event. I got my RSVP pass into it, so fuck yeah, I'm in that. I'm in that at least. Shout out to Pixel Superfans. And then, you know what? If they do giveaways on there, I'm gonna hope I fucking win something. Hell, if it's Google socks, then those are gonna be the best damn pair of Google socks I'm gonna wear once and then never wear them again. You know what I mean? If it's a Google Play card, fuck it. I play Pokemon Go. Give me at least, $50 and I'm good. I'm gonna spend it wisely. I mean, Hopefully they do some sort of giveaway in there. It'd be awesome. Even if I want like a pair of Pixel Buds Pro, which I will get. I love my Pixel Buds A. I am so fucking sad that my Pixel Buds 2 are dead. They are dead. They ended up being, so I gave it to my lady to use because I wanted her to have the better one. I wanted her to be able, because she has the Pixel 6, so I was like, the Pixel Buds 2 would be great for her because she can charge them before she goes. If they were ever going to die, she could do reverse wireless charging on the Pixel 6 and charge the phone up in her office at work, right? And she totally forgot that they were in her pants. They got thrown in the fucking washing machine, and then they got thrown in the fucking dryer. So it turns on, it charges, but I'm pretty damn sure that the Bluetooth antenna is shot dead, because if you try to put it in pairing mode, it will not pair. Like, it will blink orange really quickly and then stop in under a second. And no device can pick up any type of Bluetooth signal from the Pixel Buds 2. So now it's a relic. It sits on my desk as just something for me to show, but it does not work anymore. It just will not work. And you can't just drop them into Pixel Buds A cases. It won't charge it. It won't charge it because there's 3-pin connectors in the Pixel Buds 2, and there's only 2-pin connectors in the Pixel Buds A case. So it's just not going to charge it. So yeah, they're just sitting there. So sad. But I mean, you know what? The Pixel Buds Pro, I'm freaking excited to get that too. I really am. I don't talk much about it. My Pixel Buds A are awesome. They work great. I love how Android 13 implemented that you can use the freaking microphone on the Pixel Buds A as a microphone recording video. So you literally can just put your phone down on a tripod, walk away from it, talk, and people are going to hear you as if you're right next to the phone. Love that. Thank you, Google, for doing that. Yeah, that sucks, man. Because I would have thought they would have given it to you. Like, I mean, I know, like, I can't really, we can't really sit there and say like Team Pixel members are gonna get everything. But I wish they did. I wish they did give you the Pixel Buds Pro. I wish they would have gave it to. Did Snape get it? Because I don't remember if he was able to get one and unbox it or not. Because that was a while back when the Pixel Buds Pro came out. Right around when the Pixel 6a dropped. I think it was a little bit. It was a little bit before the Pixel A dropped. Either way, but yeah, Pixel Buds Pro. I'm like, yeah, I've heard good things about them, so I really want to get one. But the first things first is getting that Pixel Watch. For the first time that Google does a Made by Google event, and the thing that I'm trying to get in, and that I'm trying to get, is the watch before the phone. Because the Pixel 6 is still capable, very capable. Okay. Fortunately, the Pixel Buds 2 batteries did not explode in the dryer. Yeah, that was, I don't know if I can get it repaired. I probably could take it to Break iFix, since they are certified to repair Google Pixel products. I could probably see if they can fix it. But then again, I mean, I don't know, because I was one of the ones that was plagued with all the bad issues with the Pixel Buds 2, right? Like the one bud cutting out on the left, or the one cutting out on the right, or if you tilt your head a certain way, it would get choppy, and then one bud was draining faster than the other one. I was plagued with those issues, and no matter what update came to that Pixel Buds 2, it didn't fix it. So I mean, I don't know. I know other people that had reported it, and I should have done it. This is where I'm fucking stupid. I should have done it. When people were like posting on Reddit, and they were like, yeah, mine's had that issue. I contacted Google. They sent me out a brand new set, and I just sent them back the defective ones. I should have did it. I should have just sent those in. And then get a new set from Google. But for damn sure, the warranty is out on those, so I can't get them replaced. To do that all. But yeah, so the secret Pixel device tomorrow, is there going to be one? I freaking hope so, because you can't overload me with too much Google Pixel phone release. You just can't. So I am hoping that they have one. Like, they have another thing to talk about. And then if it's a Pixel Flip, fine. If it's a Pixel Mini, like a Pixel 7, that's like the size of a Pixel 5, cool. If the Pixel Mini brings back the, you know, square camera module on the left side of the back of the phone, pretty much like the same design of the Pixel 5, that'd be dope. That'd be hella fucking dope if it was the Pixel 5, like the Pixel 5 body style with the Tensor 2 chip in it. Oh my god. Yo, that would be freaking insane. Like, I would lose my damn mind. I would. Pixel 7 Mini. Yeah, I would lose my damn mind if it was. Because out of all fairness with everybody, that would be the phone I would go after. That would be the one I would go after getting the Pixel Watch. I would get the Pixel Mini or whatever they're going to call this thing. I know some people like the bigger size displays, and that's why, like, I don't like to trample on people's, you know, thoughts and say that it has to be one way, because there is a market for smaller devices. There's a market for bigger devices. Everybody looks at things differently. Everybody enjoys things differently. And I just want there to be something for everybody out there. That's how much I really like mobile technology. There has to be something for you. For you. Something that speaks to you, calls to you, resonates to you. That's how mobile technology wins. It doesn't win any other way than that. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Love you too. My son came in and gave me a drawing. And he loved me. So awesome. Yeah, the reason why I don't have my camera on tonight is because, I mean, one, first of all, you guys don't need to see my ugly face. Two, I have 9 different freaking devices on my Wi-Fi, and I'm sure as hell not trying to, you know, stress the stream out where it starts to crap out. I mean, this whole entire time I've been doing the live stream, and it has not popped up on my screen like, oops, your connection is getting weak. So thank God for that. Let's see. I enjoyed my iPhone 12 mini when I had it. The battery life was horrible. Yeah, I don't. If they make if they call it the Pixel 7 mini, it's going to be very crazy that they do that, because in all seriousness, there's no way that they're going to have that design on that phone look good unless it's like a freaking pinstripe where the camera sensors are, if they were to put a camera bar on a Pixel 7 mini. So, you know, I mean, it could. I don't know. I guess it would look okay with a camera bar on the back of it. Let me turn my camera back on. So I guess if you take that box away and you put a camera bar right there, I guess you can still hold it in your hand without putting your finger over the camera bar. But you probably could do it. Hey, probably could. You know, I don't know. Did y'all imagine this in the Pixel 5 form factor size? Camera bar and everything. They'll probably like shrink the camera bar like they did on the Pixel 6a and make it thinner, like skinnier strip. So it won't be a camera bar, it'd be a camera strip across of it, if they were to make the, you know, Pixel 7 you know, mini. Now if they did a Pixel flip, that would be crazy. They can still put a camera bar on a Pixel flip. It would just be a very short studded. They were to do it that way, unless they made it the same width as a Pixel 5. But I would think they would make it the width of the Pixel 4. The Pixel 4 is a bit, you know, skinnier than the Pixel 5. Mind you, I'm probably going to throw my SIM card back into my Pixel 4. I feel like using it. I have right now, currently in usage, I have the Pixel 5a, the Pixel 6, the Pixel 5, and then for iOS purposes, the iPhone XS. I have the iPhone XS because it did get iOS 16, so I'm able to fudge around with iOS 16 and see. I know it doesn't have the dynamic island like the 14 Pro and Pro Max. I don't give a shit about the dynamic island. And man, did I get some hate from people about the dynamic spots that I put on my Pixel 6. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And there you have it, like dynamic spots where the selfie cam is. So you see the notifications coming in, and then you got the selfie camera. You got the little dynamic island looking thing on there, and people got mad. And how I know that this happened is because if you hadn't figured it out, on my YouTube videos, whether they're YouTube Shorts, live streams, or if they're on regular videos, I have it where it holds potentially like, you know, bad comments. It holds it for me to review, right? So if you post on there like, oh great, yeah, this is a pretty awesome phone, that's going to go through when you comment that. That's going to pop up in the comment section of the video. If you say something like, I really wish that Google would just go straight to fucking hell, well, it's going to kind of catch that straight to fucking hell in your comment, so it's going to hold it for me to review. If you're saying like, for me to go F myself and, jump off a bridge or something, it's going to hold that also. And I review it and I decide if it can be shown or not be shown. Reason why is because my kids watch my videos and stuff like that, and those types of stupid comments my kids don't need to see. My stream has buffered on your end. I'm sorry if it did, but I was turning on the video feed on and off, so that probably started to like weaken my connection. So I'll keep it straight on audio. Oh, it only buffered on your end one time. Okay. Camera bar on a mini would eliminate wobble. Yeah, you're right. It would. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, that's one thing about the Pixel 6. It doesn't wobble, which is great. I got about 9 minutes left, and I'm going to call it a night because I got to get to bed. Well, I got to make some food, and then I got to go to sleep because I got to get up early. Shout out to my lovely lady. You are so awesome. You're so beautiful. She got me my coffee for tomorrow so I can be loaded up so I can be awake for this thing. I'm getting up at 6. I'm gonna start making my coffee. And while my coffee is brewing, I'm gonna go outside in the backyard, kind of set things up so that way I could have things ready for the live stream, and it'd be going on at 6:45 a.m. Again, I already had the live stream set up for a couple of days now, and you probably so yeah, I'm ready to go. I don't know. I was gonna wear my High on Android shirt. I still have that thing, and you know what? That shirt is old as hell and beat up, but it's far worse than my Android shirt that shows the Android robot or the Android bot, Andy. That's his name. If you guys never knew that the bug droid's name was Andy, that's his name. Where it looks like he bit the apple. That graphic on the shirt got damaged from years of being in the washing machine and drying, and maybe I'll just wear it anyways just for the hell of it. I gotta go find it. I'm gonna wear it during my live stream. You know what I mean? It'd be awesome to do that. Last thoughts, everybody. Share your last thoughts. Whatever you want to say it. Let me see it. I'm gonna read it out. I'll respond to it if it warrants a response. If it's just a statement of statements, I'll still read it. Just so it's read. Some people have nothing better to do with their life besides send you hate mail. Yeah, I know. And that's the reality of things, right? I'll be lying to you guys if I say that it doesn't affect me as a person. So if it's not visible, then it's not. I pay no attention to it. If I don't see it, it doesn't bother me. So that's why I have it set that way. Just like on my live streams, I don't ever choose the same amount of time as subscriber mode. Subscriber mode is always on my live streams, but I choose the length of how long you have to be a subscriber in order to comment on my live streams. And that's just because one thing that irritates me, it really irritates me, is when I upload a video and I forget to set parameters for comments, and you get that stupid comment that's like xyz.net. The prettiest girls, beautiful, this and that. No. I'm like, why the fuck are you posting that on my shit? Like, you know what? Like, they're desperate. They're desperate to scam people out of money and everything. And they put this shit everywhere. So, and if I didn't have it on here for my my live streams, then they would be in here right now commenting. Shout out to the 11 people that was in here, and again, shout out for the super chats too. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do it. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, the spam bots. Yeah, the spam bots just suck like hell. So that's the world we live in today. We do. And I'm kind of sad at the same time right now too, because So like right now, I mean, it's like Christmas Eve right now, and tomorrow morning it's gonna be like Christmas Day, or like New Year's, right? I mean, yeah, you're gonna hear me shout as soon as the event starts, "Happy New Year!" Um, but then after that, then what? We got the rest of 2022 to deal with, and yeah, no more Pixel, like goodness until May of 2023. I gotta wait that long for something else. I gotta wait for Google I/O to show another A series device, the Pixel 7a, and yeah, sad. It's like I want this to go down, but I don't want to go beyond that time. Urgh. Life. Oh well, but you gotta make the best of it. So, as I'm gonna say to everybody before I close this out, I know that you guys are subscribed to various different content creators. In no way am I saying that you guys have to be here on mine tomorrow for my live stream reaction. You can be wherever you want to be and watch with whoever you want to watch with. If you come back and you check mine out because you want to hear my thoughts on it as it's happening, it's always replayable. And that's the thing about these live streams. They're always replayable. And I don't mind the replays. You can always come back. If you join me tomorrow, then I will be damn happy to have you on there. I'm gonna go nuts. I'm probably gonna look like one of those teeny boppers that sees their idols at a concert, and goes bananas over it. I'm not gonna apologize for that because that's just me. That's how I look at things. So right now, I'm about to hop off. I got me a Caesar salad to make, delicious, and some barbecue ribs to get going. You know what? Got to feed the beast in me, so I'm good to sleep tonight so I can get some good sleep to be up on time tomorrow. So I will leave you guys with the rest of your night. Love you guys very much. Be safe out there, please. And yeah, hashtag Tito for Team Pixel if you made it all the way to this point. In the comments, I would really appreciate that. Share this on social platforms. Would really help me out too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great night.